So Saturday night, I was out in Montreal for Nuit Blanche, where businesses and museums and a large part of the city are open until late in the morning, 3 a.m., and people are partying, and there's all kinds of art installations and things to do. And just like last year, I decided to hit the town, fully kitted out as Louis, and just see what was going on. Um, you know, this year, lots of people stopped and asked me if they could take pictures, if we could pose for selfies, high fives, and generally, Montreal's vibe is very good. But hey, it's a furry out in public. Of course, you're going to hear things. Um, Usually, teenage boys, young men barking. Okay, that's the big one. Happened last year, happened this year. Now, I won't even get into it, but I'm a wolf. So if you're barking, you're not even doing the right thing because most wolves don't bark. Then you have the people that are like, get a life. And that's a real funny one. Um, I just keep on walking. I don't want to engage with those people. But in French, we have something called l'esprit d'escalier, and that's like elevator wit. Someone has insulted you, and at the time, you can't think of anything to say, and then they're gone, and 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, I could have said this and I could have said that. Well, in that case, I have a couple things to say. Uh, First of all, we're both out doing the same thing. So get a life, you too. We're both out for Nuit Blanche. Also, I could have said, why don't you go back home and play Minecraft? But no, hold on. The one that really gets me, that like so dumb. I am doing exactly what I want. I have a life and I am fucking crushing it and enjoying every moment. For most of us, this is just a hobby. It's a lot of fun. For other people, it's therapeutic. But in whatever case, I'm out there crushing it, having a great time, dancing around in crowds, trying to be kind of a little bit entertaining. And also, representation is important. When people see me out in my little weird costume, either they don't say anything or they're like, oh, he's pretty chill. Furries aren't so bad. Maybe this is fine. Um, Usually when kids see me, I don't want to engage with young children. That's not my vibe. But like, they're always super curious and like, want to like, hey, cool, look, there's a wolf, whatever. I think that's great. Some of these teenage boys that are like cool and macho and telling me to get a life, guess what? In a few years, they're probably going to be furries. So, hey, nothing on me. Anyway, these are just some of the things I wanted to say about my experience out and about as Louis. Uh, Finally, there's so many exclamations of what the fuck, or the equivalent in French, that were just absolutely hilarious. Like, people's minds were blown to see me out in my gear. I think that's adorable. So, anyway, this video's been made 1,000 times before. Uh, you can tell me, get a life, or you're a grown adult, and I will say, absolutely, I'm a grown adult. How do you think I can afford all this shit? Good night, folks.